Will Anderson, CJ Stroud, and D'Amico Ryan spoke at the first day of the offseason program this week, and they spoke for about a collective 45 minutes. There was one answer that Will Anderson gave that blew me away, and it was just freaking awesome. I'll explain why after this. He was asked, what was it like this offseason with people coming up to you and talking to you about the Texans and the direction they're headed?
It was a lot of the Pro Bowl, man. It was a lot of guys like, yeah, tell them I'm trying to come over there. Like, tell D'Amico I'm loving saying, but I'm like, Texas ain't for everybody, man. It's just it's a different type of DNA you have to play here, man. It's a different type of character you have to have. And you just got to love football, man. And I think, the front office and coach, they do a really good job of choosing the guys that they want to be in here that, can help change the culture and help keep uplifting the culture and, being a positive impact, not only on the building, but in the locker room as well.
Do you understand what was going on there? Yes, he said a lot of awesome things about the culture and the character and a special type of DNA. That was at the Pro Bowl. So we talk about whether guys are going to be good at recruiting other players to come onto the team. And Will Anderson, defensive rookie of the year, but a rookie still, I guess officially not a rookie, is telling dudes at the Pro Bowl, I don't know if you got what it takes, man. And I freaking love it because, first of all, don't be putting my head coach in tampering's way by saying, hey, you got to go talk to D'Amico about a potential, I don't know, free agency or trade. But second, honestly, we're looking at some of the guys who are free agents or who would be traded who are on the AFC roster this year. Derrick Henry, I know he was at the Pro Bowl. I know CJ Stroud talked to him. He seems like a D'Amico Ryans type of guy. Keenan Allen, who would be traded, maybe he had a clue about it. Texans Worthy, I say Texans Worthy. Justin Madubuike, who the Ravens would end up re-signing, I think also Texans Worthy. So don't get me wrong. I don't think that Will Anderson was out there telling guys that, hey, I don't think you're worthy of the Texans. I think he was more like a Marines commercial. And just for the sake of objectivity, I'll use a Royal Marines commercial instead of one of our own Marine commercials. Yes. Yeah, I'm joining the Royal Marines. I totally would have. If I'd seen that in high school, I was total easy target for a few good men. I get a saber like that. Hell yeah, give me that damn saber. If they would have taken me, not assuming they would have taken me, football led me astray from a life in the Marines. But this does speak to something that I think D'Amico really looks for is these guys who are hungry for something more. Same way the Marines or any other type of elite program want to qualify people. They want certain types of guys. And then you don't have to work really all that hard at motivating people because they're internally motivated. Like Will Anderson is that guy exactly and precisely. And I love him. If you don't believe me, if you think I'm too close to the situation, if you think I'm biased when I talk about D'Amico's culture, Mark Schlereth, who got to visit the Texans a couple times as a broadcaster this year.
I think the Houston Texans are a phenomenal young team with an unbelievable energy, an unbelievable chemistry, an unbelievable culture that has been created by CJ Stroud, their quarterback, and also D'Amico Ryans, their head coach. They are phenomenal. And I've been to, I'm at a Friday practice every Friday of the season. And I've been doing this for 6 years, Mike. And I'm telling you, the energy at that practice, the attention to detail of that practice, the way they went after one another, and the way they actually, practice the efficiency, the alacrity, any idiots that you want to put on there, they were great.
Every idiot except the one that starts with T, because we're keeping it clean here. But I'll tell you, after playing in the NFL for 10 years and going through however many Friday practices, I would say 160 or so, but I was injured a good amount. Yeah, Friday practice varies from team to team, from year to year, and a lot of it depends on the professionalism of the guys on your team, because it's a glorified walkthrough by a few weeks into the season, and you've got to really pay attention and be mentally sharp. Guys can find ways to compete without killing each other if they give a damn, and not all teams, frankly, give a damn. A lot of guys are just kind of going through the motions on a Friday. That is Schlereth, I think, probably believes too, a really good indication for just how much your guys want it and how really genuinely committed they are to getting it right on Sunday, because that's when it's easiest. You're banged up, you're tired, you just want to get healthy and ready for the game on Sunday. If you can stay focused on a Friday as an entire team, as an entire group, then you generally have some pretty mature guys on the team. And obviously, Schlereth there was crediting CJ Stroud and D'Amico Ryans. As we know, Will and CJ are a super tight package. And that was one of the other things that he was asked about yesterday, the relationship between CJ Stroud and Will Anderson.
I think we were just being our authentic selves. Like, he gets to be him, I get to be me, and we come together and we just be goofy all the time. And we're just those young selves getting to come to work every day and love football. But we also know that balance of when it's time to get serious. And I think that's what helps us a lot. We have a healthy balance of when to play and like when do we need to like chill out and we need to lock in. And just his work ethic, man. I think a lot of people in the locker room took note of that very quickly. Like, this guy, he comes to work every day. Like, he wants to be the best. Like, he wants to be the greatest to ever do it. And that's the type of mindset that I have. So seeing a guy like that, that just pushes you more. And it just built that connection through the whole building, because when people see that, they want to feed off that and they want to be a part of that too.
Will works as hard as anybody. CJ Stroud works as hard as anybody. You can see that on the film. You can tell the work that they've put in, the progression that they made from week 1 to week 17 or week 18 last year. It was very evident how hard they work. I think the really cool thing about D'Amico that I noticed last year was he has an ability to keep things light and loose, to keep guys having fun, while at the same time being sure that they are constantly motivated, that they're hungry. And a lot of that, again, goes back to the types of guys you have on their team. So, look, it's Kool-Aid season, and I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid. Give me your least popular flavor. I'll drink that too. I'll make Kool-Aid Pops. I don't give a damn. This is a good time to be alive as a Texans fan. Thank you, everybody. I'm Seth Payne, played for the Texans back in the day. Now I do sports radio in Houston on Sports Radio 610. Got this YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe for Texans and NFL content. Thank you, everybody.